Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. Well, I'm trying something new tonight for the channel. A few of you have recommended I use iMovie here on the phone, and evidently I can stitch together clips. So tonight's episode is going to be a day one recap of the 2019 New York Comic Con day one experience for me. That didn't sound very good. The day one experience. So let's go ahead and give this a shot.
You got 50 now? I saw one that says oh, you know, yeah, a little. I mean, it's not.
Thursday, people. Thursday. Going to Artist Alley. Thursday. So, as you can see, it was very, very crowded. Today again, as I said in the video, was Thursday. Traditionally, Thursday originally was like almost like with the show, like a sneak peek. It used to be like 3 to 7, somewhere around there. Then it's been a couple years they made it 10 to 7 like the other. It's Thursday to Saturday 10 to 7 and then Sunday 10 to 5. But man, there were a lot of people there. Just Thursday is usually a good day for shopping. Friday morning used to be a good day for shopping, and Saturday you forget about shopping. And Saturday you walk around like a fish in a stream with other fish in the stream. Insane amount of traffic. Insane. So even with the traffic, I was able to look around and find I picked up some stuff. And who doesn't love the good old-fashioned brown bag that you get from the LCS? So let's see. I was able to pick up 5 books. Let's start with this. What year did this come out? I'm not even sure. This is the McFarlane Spider-Man number 13. This is the regular cover. It's the Venom version of number 1, which you see right there. Same exact cover, just traditional Spidey suit and then the black Spidey suit. These aren't that easy to come by. It's issue number 13, and it says 13th all new collector's edition, like a parody of himself there with how all that played out. I bought that one and then this one from the same seller, $2. It's in great shape for $2. Gotta add it. It's the only one I saw. Not that I was looking hard for them, but it was the only one I saw. Speaking of looking fairly aggressively for books, I want to say the prices are up. And they seem to be up a lot. Like I tried to pick up another 1 or 2 G.I. Joe number 1s in raw form, and no go, no bueno. They found a few, but I think the cheapest one I saw was like $60. No can do. I can't go for that. I want to say 20 is probably my sweet spot on G.I. Joe number 1. And maybe that's not realistic anymore. I haven't really looked on eBay to see how much they're going for, but no, I don't. Like I have 2, so I have 2 raw ones. You know, if I come across some more, that's great. If I don't, that's okay too. Speaking of G.I. Joe, in the last episode, I talked about Transformers number 1. Again, not too many around, and the ones I saw were, one guy had 2 of them, like 75 and 65 as raw copies. He's like, "Oh, what are you looking to pay?" Not anywhere near that. I thanked him for his time, and I was on my way. Now, there are a couple dealers there that, one I've never dealt with before today, one I've dealt with quite a bit last year, and they're actually, or at least seem to be, nice people. And that's something that's fairly rare in our hobby. So, you know, I went ahead and picked up, you know, this family that, you know, every year I see them, but never really picked anything up before. But today I did. You know, and all of them kindly say, "Hey, you know, anything you see, any sticker price you see with a slash through it, it's half price." So, you know, they didn't have G.I. Joe. So, you know, I went to Secret Wars, and they had, you know, this copy marked for $10, slash through it. You know, it's not wrapped extremely well. I mean, it's off center wrapping, but at least it's consistent top to bottom. And like I said, they're nice people, so $5, okay, I'll take it. So then I went to their Transformers section, and they had this copy listed for $9. Now this copy, I don't know if I'll be able to, if this camera will be able to pick it up, but this copy is beat to shit. It's about everything I hate about comics, but I mean, look how far off centered that is. Miswrapped, I don't know what the comic terminology is for it. Plenty of spine ticks, creasing, just the part, yeah, that corner is missing. So it's well off centered. It's just, oof, it's just real rough shape. I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet, but that's just great. $4.50. Had to buy that just because it's got the creasing and everything. You know, it's just great. It's so beat that it's a must add to the collection. So if I can find more like this for $5, yes, please. And after all, this comic is, you know, now 35 years old. That's kind of crazy. So then I went to another dealer who I dealt with before, and last year I picked something up from him. Very nice guy. Again, goes a long way. I mean, if you're borderline on buying something and you're a if you're a seller, just be nice, be kind. You know, it doesn't cost anything, and it might help because it helped with this sale. I picked up, these are just regular price. I picked up this. It's, you know, it's in good shape. It's not high grade, but Secret Wars #1. You know, I just love this book. You know, they had $10 on it. Might be a little high, but $10. I own it out the door, cash, no tax, no shipping. You know, and that's something to remember with books, with comics. Shipping can be a pain in the ass because of the size of these things. So, you know, you don't really want to skimp out. Obviously, you don't want to overpay, but you don't want to skip out either. So then, the same seller that I got the Secret Wars that I just showed had a Secret Wars #10. You know, that I talked about in the last episode. Just look at it. $5. Cover price 75 cents 35 years ago. $5. You know, it got me to thinking, like, you know, and again, the show is for the retail side of comics. It's very small in the grand scheme of things, and it's overpriced for the most part. But I don't know if you can go wrong picking up these keys, or what you deem as personal keys. You know, I would talk to a lot of dealers. Do you have any Secret Wars? Oh, I have #8. It's great. It's expensive, and actually, I guess it's not even that much. It's in the $50 to $60 range in a raw. I didn't look at any condition-wise. I'm not interested in paying that for a comic. But there were a handful available raws. I think that's come down. Again, I haven't followed that market, but so it just, you know, this stuff to me is just, it's art. You know, you take it, you put it away. You know, $4 or $5, what are you gonna lose, really? So then on the way out, as I've done for many years now, probably since I started going in 2012, so probably since then, my last stop out the door is to Skybound. You know, I've gotten very friendly with with the people there at Skybound over the years, supporting the brand. I love Walking Dead. It's easily my favorite comic of all time. That's just the way it's going to be. It's not going to change. You know, Walking Dead is, like I said in my videos before, has done a lot for my life. It's brought a lot of people into it that I wouldn't normally have ever met, because that's how it is. But what I do is I stop there on the way up, because that's when I update my collection, my what's the word I'm looking for, my not collection, but like my, I'm trying to think of the best word for it. Like trade, not trade, because that's one of them, but you know, a collection of issues all in one packaging. The collection of that collection. Like I round it off every year. The issues I don't have. Like the trade paperbacks come out every 6 months. There's 6 issues in it. It comes out every 6 months. And so that's two of those, because 12 months a year. So at the end of the New York Comic Con, during New York Comic Con, I stock up. I got, so I'll just show them. I'm blabbing on now. You've got hard, you know, got trade paperback. With some junk on it. Number 31. The Rotten Core. And then you've got trade paperback 32. Rest in peace. Which is a thickie, because it's got seven issues in it. Because spoiler alert, if you don't know by now, the series is over. But yeah, that goes to issue 193, and you can tell how the size difference, because issue 193 was a big issue on its own, literally. Then you've got the hardcover edition, volume number 16. Each of these has 12 issues in it. Well, this one has 13, for reasons I just explained. This is book 16, continuing story of survival horror, which unfortunately is, right now at least, not continuing. Actually, it says on here the story of survival. I didn't see the story of survival horror ends here. Fitting. But yeah, so that's the 16th volume. This is the one if I had to pick, this is what I started with when I was catching up. If I had to pick one, it would be this. Then for the con exclusive release, which will end up on the website eventually because they'll have more in stock. This is like the super high-end compendium. This is the 4th one. It's a hardcover version, and it's in gold lettering. There it says compendium 4. So there are 4 of these. Each of the first 3 has 48 issues in it, and this one has 49 issues in it to accommodate the last issue. But these are very hefty. This is probably 5 pounds, maybe even more. This is a hefty boy right here. But yeah, so I picked those up and headed home to conclude day 1. So yeah, I want to thank you for tuning in and showing interest. I was really happy with the reaction to the last night's episode, the overall positive response, And Ed, show us that Charizard. You know you have to now. So as always, I want to thank you. Remind you that you matter, you're important, more than you know. And let's see how this clippy clip iMovie thing goes. This could become addictive if I do it properly. Okay, I'll try to do a recap of day 2 tomorrow night. Thank you, and I screwed up the outro this time.